Let's go. Good morning. Welcome to Monday, February 5th. I am Steve Nudelberg.
I am Mark Nudelberg.
And you are not a Nudelberg.
And that's Angel Shea. And this is the Daily Huddle.
So, big weekend. I know you guys took off on Friday and spent the time in the northern part of the state.
Good to be in Tampa. Good to see family. We had a great time staying with Irma and Lewis. They were great hosts for us. But yeah, Friday night was a blast. We got to see Drake and J. Cole, two of the best to ever do it in rap and hip hop, and got to see them do it together, which was just a phenomenal show. And Aiden got us great tickets. We had dinner at Donatello's in Tampa. For those of you,
you're kidding me, Donatello's.
Yeah, which I mean, if that doesn't make you feel like you're in Goodfellas, I don't know what does. Yeah. And then on Saturday we got to have the cousins play together, so we got to see Remy and James and Elise, and they got to play and have a good time. And Lewis cooked up a beer can chicken for us, so it was a great weekend. It was awesome travel. The drive was pretty easy. Made it back in 4 hours yesterday, which was Jules did a great job. He napped for 2 of the hours and then did a great job on the ride for the rest of it. This was an awesome weekend.
Nice. I was like in fantasy land because we were celebrating the anniversary of our first date and just had this amazing weekend. Culminated yesterday. I met Bob and Donna up at Farmer's Table to buy a tuxedo for an upcoming event. And Howie was there, man. So it was like we literally stood in the middle of the restaurant, like didn't care if anybody was around us, just bullshitting. And so it was a great weekend. Those are the kind of things that make you, just thrilled with your life and who you are. And, back to it on a Monday morning. I know last week you guys talked about Elmo. That was a riot for me. I mean, it was just so I remember like when you couldn't get an Elmo, it was like you had to black
Tickle Me Elmo. The Tickle Me Elmo was crazy.
It was like you had to know somebody to get it. Well, Elmo was, like the talk of the town. He was actually on the Today Show, and watch what happened.
Wait. Oh my gosh, you love Elmo, don't you?
Elmo, you okay? Mr. Larry, Elmo liked you before.
Ask permission before you touch people, Larry.
Let's get back on the couch. Let's talk about how you're feeling.
They would have canceled the show, Elmo, if they were last season.
All right, Larry, you've gone too far this time.
Yes, Larry.
Somebody had to do it.
Is anybody really surprised?
He's gonna sue y'all for the teaser. I'm gonna sue him first.
I love Al Roker's just like, what is going on during my segment right now?
Live TV, what is happening here?
Right.
Larry David was there because the final season of Curb launched last night. So,
wow.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward. I've seen some of the write-ups and some of the storylines, which are fantastic, but lots of other stuff too. Did you get a chance to watch the Grammys?
I did not get to watch the Grammys. We have started a new show called Masters of the Air. For those of you that are World War II history fans, that are Spielberg and Tom Hanks fans, they are the executive producers of this show. It's on Apple TV, and it's phenomenal. What's it up called? There with Masters of the Air, and it's about one of the campaigns, particularly in one of the groups of bombers that were flying out from England during World War II. But it's just like if you watch Band of Brothers. Band of Brothers was about the paratroopers, right? Also done like phenomenal, just really, really good. So we're 4 episodes into it, and it comes out every Friday. So we just now got caught up.
Wow, very nice.
How are the Grammys? Did you watch the Grammys?
I did not. I mean, I actually chose to watch the inside of my eyelids. to get a head start on the week. So I'm raring to go. There is a birthday that happened yesterday that most people won't know. It'll just slide by. But Facebook is 20 years old.
That's correct. February 4th, 2004 was the day that Facebook was founded.
So there are some
Crazy.
people who turn 20, they've only known a life with Facebook.
Yeah, that is correct. I mean, well, to think about that, like you didn't get on Facebook in 2004. No, people, you couldn't get on Facebook in 2004 without having a .edu email. It was strictly for college students. And I think it was that way for maybe 2 or 3 years. And I don't think it was until like 2006 maybe that they started opening it up to other emails. So yeah, it's crazy that it's only been 20 years, sort of. Feels like it's been longer than that.
I guess, it is such an amazing part of life. And when it started, I heard an interview with Zuckerberg. In the beginning, there was no like button. It was actually
it was totally different. The way that you like interacted with people was the poke. The poke is something that went away, but like that was, they talk about like internet dating and like internet, like this was the thing in college. Like if somebody was in your class, you could find them on Facebook, and instead of like connecting with them, you would poke them and you'd be like, hey, and then if they poked you back, you knew that like you could get into a conversation with them. So Eric Ross, classic question. I love his always healthy or not healthy. Facebook definitely healthy. Definitely healthy. Now have to have it in moderation like anything else, but definitely healthy.
The whole idea of being able to connect. I think
the connectivity in the world through the internet and through social media. If you you have to at least understand how to use it. There was no timeline, right? Jonathan Aarons, when you logged onto Facebook, the only way that you would see things was by going to somebody's page. So all you saw were the things that were posted on your wall. It was your wall is what it was called. And that was the way you interacted with people, writing on people's walls. Oh man, going down memory lane right now. This is awesome.
Well, I mean, for me, I remember you guys yelling at me like, what the hell are you doing on Facebook?
Yeah. When parents started to come onto Facebook. And then when you realize that, like, for me, when I realized like, oh, wait a minute, this is the internet. And once I put it on here, it's here forever and anybody can see it. Maybe some of these pictures I posted weren't the best decision to post,
So we're off to a great start. Great to see Eric Ross. Great to see Scott Garber. Great to see Patrice. All good stuff. We got a great show for you. Mike Ficara, Chris, everybody's here. Let's get started. Let's rock and roll.
So many great people here this morning. Just a great crowd. Can't shout everybody out, but it's an awesome
Monday morning, man. I love it. Sean Ryan talks about MySpace. I never got on MySpace. I don't know.
Yeah, that was prior to your social media experience. And Facebook had trumped. Facebook put MySpace out of business. But MySpace was the original social networking platform. And you had a top 8. It was a big fucking deal. Like whoever was in your top 8, and you like all of a sudden you were ranking your friends, and it was like visible to everybody out there. And if you didn't have your girlfriend at number 1, it was like a problem. It was just the world changed so rapidly in the last 20 years. Like it was crazy.
So having lunch with Bob on yesterday in the afternoon, he says, dude, I'm really into the daily affirmations. It's really a good new feature. And I've heard that multiple times. Many people say it. So we start every day changing the mindset, drinking the Kool-Aid. Shay, show me today's daily affirmation. And Mark, will you read it for us?
I am calm. I am relaxed. I am at peace. I am okay. I am good enough just the way that I am. I am living in the moment and focusing on the now. I release stress and anxiety about the future, as well as lingering thoughts from my past. A great reminder to be present in the moment.
You know, if you just, as you're reading that, and I just closed my eyes and just let that, sort of, go through my body, you can't be anxious. It is a calming effect. It actually acts as a blanket. It actually does keep you, what I like to say, where your feet are. So
Yep.
be where your feet are. We spend, and we've said this before, but we spend so much time rehearsing bad shit in our lives that never happens. It's
Yep.
exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting. So thank you. I think you have a potential new career in reading. That was very good.
I may start with just reading affirmations, and that may be my only content strategy is
I
to
love
read daily affirmations.
Bullshit.
Jay, that's so not nice, man.
Well
We're
done,
not
Jay.
filled with negative thoughts on this Monday morning.
Well
So
done.
well done. So I'm very proud of the work that you and Jake did in launching the negotiations module. Got some also, again, great feedback from people asking good questions. I did not attend the last call last Wednesday, but I would imagine that there was some stir about it and people asking questions. I had a
Sure.
real, I had a real time example Friday night, and I want to share it because it blew Helen away.
Yeah. Tell us about
So
it.
negotiation is a really tough thing to do when you're emotionally committed to the outcome.
Yep.
You know,
1000%.
and I think that's where people start their negotiating journey is the vision of I want that, I need that, I have to have that. And so you're set up for failure. About a year ago, Helen had found a tabletop um, beautifully done, not cheap, and there was a crack in it. We had a whole to do, and so I never got it. So we were walking down Las Olas. We went to a place called Unique Treasures. It's under new management. So we walk in, and I see the tabletop. And girl comes up to me, really nice. Hi, can I answer any questions? Very nice. We get into the dialogue, and on the thing it says $2,700 scratched out. Now nobody's paying $2,700 for that.
Right.
Okay, so it's just a degree of where do you want to start? So I said to the guy, and this is classic. I said to the guy, "I'll give you $1,000 for it right now." And he's like, "I can't do that," and the whole scene. And then he goes, "Can you move up $200?" I said, "No, in fact, I want you to move down $200. I'll give you 800 right now." Oh my God. But I did it nicely. And it wasn't mean. It wasn't
Yeah.
nasty. And he said, "How are you going to pay?" I said, "American Express." He goes, "All right, I got to charge you tax." Boom, 850 out the door. Like Helen, now I am delivering them books today because I got to do a deal with the owner, John Mardini. Go in and see him because he was there to do business. It never
Yeah.
got nasty. It never got mean. He got to sell. That's my piece, which
I
is
love it.
sitting on my desk. And I'm so into Popeye.
Yeah.
Again, if you haven't read my book, you're dead to me. Okay.
Yeah.
um, one of the things is, you got to figure out what your spinach is. When Popeye was fearful and doubtful and had all of those negative emotions, he would eat the
Well, yeah, when
spinach.
he needed to ramp it up, right? Which the story of the real Popeye that you shared with me,
Fantastic.
unbelievable story.
So,
If you don't know, Popeye was a real person, right? I don't remember the creator's name of Popeye, but he was inspired by Frank Rocky Fiegel, who was there was a guy in a bar that was a bouncer at a bar that was a former sailor that he grew up watching him throw people out and get into fights and tell sailor stories. And he created this cartoon character off of this guy that he watched as he grew up. It was a fantastic read.
Isn't it great? Like the fact Bob Goldfarb sent me that, the creator is a guy named LZ Chrysler Sagar. But, the fact that it was real, that they turned into a cartoon. I love cartoons. I used to watch it all the time, so the whole idea that I wanted people to get was that whenever you're feeling doubtful, if you find what your spinach is, it doesn't have to be physical spinach. Like, what would your spinach be? Give me an example.
Music. It's always music.
Right.
For me, music is my spinach. Like, I could not want to work out, but if I get in the gym and turn on the right music, I'm in and I'm getting after it. Same thing if like shit's hitting the fan as I'm leaving the house, but I'm on the way to go meet somebody. The right tunes always help me shift my mindset and help get me in the right space to be able to operate. That probably stems from my lifetime of sports. Happened when I was playing football in high school. The bus rides on the way to the stadium, or there was always a playlist. There was always the soundtrack for me that puts you in that right headspace, that puts you in that right mindset to go do the work.
So bringing it back to negotiation, in our negotiation module, you actually step through how to prepare for it, how to execute
part of the preparation is what you talked about, right? Like, you both wanted to do business. So the win-win outcome for you guys was him selling the piece and you taking home the piece.
Right.
So if you start there and go, okay, well, what's it going to take for us to both get what we want? Then you can start to find the compromise. But most people are only operating in the my way or your way. They're thinking
winning.
It's only,
I gotta win. I gotta take
right.
this.
I gotta have what I want, and they're not thinking about the other side of it. You knew the guy wanted to sell the piece. You weren't asking for it for free, but you were going to figure out what his walk away point was, right? Which to me is like, I absolutely cannot do that. If you would have offered him a number that was below the number he purchased it for, no way he's selling it to you. Right. He's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
I didn't, and I left him room for his integrity, and so, at 800, he made a sale. I walked out. I'm happy. I mean, it's still $800. It's not an inexpensive sale, so just understand that negotiating happens every minute of every day. For me, my woman was really impressed. So, you got to take the course to know what this stuff is. But we're in this good feeling this morning. We're talking about spinach. We're talking about all of this, how to make yourself feel good. Shay, give me some motivational music.
I love the colorful clothes you wear and the way the sunlight plays upon her head. I hear the sound of gentle wind on the wind that lifts her perfume through the air. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. Good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. Good vibrations.
So, first of all, classic from the Beach Boys. Still good today as it was when they released it in the 60s, but it is about vibrations. You give off a vibration, you receive that vibration, and that's part of negotiation as well. Final thought for today, story. So there's a lady named Christina Costa. Shady, you have a picture of her. Christina was diagnosed with a brain tumor at 27, and her case required multiple neurosurgeons, crazy that all of this was happening at one time. And after being diagnosed, she noticed how much talk around facing cancer, which shout out to Christian for his work that he did at Gilda's Club this weekend. But cancer, the language is all about fighting. And so I found this really fascinating that she said that this metaphor was like exhausting. I don't want to fight it. She didn't want to spend a year or 2 years or the rest of her life fighting it. Instead, she wanted to focus on things to be grateful for. And so she was grateful for that team of people who could, help her through this medical crisis. And so she experienced firsthand that no matter how difficult the struggle, practices of gratitude can help us resist depression and all the negative feelings because it's how we wire our brains. So
Yeah.
I throw that out there on a Monday morning because how many of us make the littlest thing into, and that's how your brain is wired.
It's a great reminder that you have a choice. I think far too often we feel like there's no choice and that we've been put in a shitty situation. But it's only a shitty situation if you look at it as a shitty situation. If you can't find the ability for yourself to change your perspective, to be able to look at it as an opportunity for learning, an opportunity for growth. You don't know when it's going to be. You don't know when you're going to learn that lesson. You don't know what the lesson that's going to come out of it. But if it sucks, that it's an opportunity. That's just a shift in perspective. It is what it is. You didn't get the deal, or you're behind in your quota, or your revenue numbers are down as a year, your total sales are down, whatever it is. Like, if it's in your business, you're looking at it, it is what it is, right? That's the reality of it. But your perspective on it changes whether or not you're fighting uphill and pushing the boulder up the hill, or whether or not you're looking at it as an opportunity to find something in it that helps you get better.
Yeah, it's fascinating when I get these stories, and I'm ferocious about finding them and reading them. They make me feel better. They put me in that frame of mind. So to some degree, that is my spinach, looking at someone at 27-year-old that got dealt a shitty hand, and they said, whoa, I'm not fighting this thing. I got it. It's real. I'm going to be grateful that there are teams of people, grateful that the people in my life are by me. So if you can find the gratitude, you can find, a successful way to program your mindset. Pretty cool start to a Monday, my son.
Fantastic. Anytime we get to talk about mindset and negotiation in the same day, it doesn't get any better.
Yes, indeed. So I'll be up tomorrow. You'll be on Wednesday. You'll get the ladies.
I get to be on with Kim and Lori for the first time this year. So It's only taken a whole month for us to get there, but I get to be on Wednesday.
And then at the end of the week, we get to celebrate Jake's birthday. We'll have Bob Goldfarb on in the Huddler in the hot seat. He'll talk about all the fashion trends and his story as an entrepreneur. So lots of great stuff. Have a great Monday. Have a great week. Remember, it's time to get down to business.
Please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business.